I'd like to welcome you to BeMoreNews.com, the news before the news, where we uncover the truth here in Annapolis. Hassan Giordano, how are you, sir? GCOMM Media.
No, I'm just right. Yourself?
Good, good. What's happening today?
Well, today,
Monday
Donnie,
in Annapolis, redistricting.
Special session began today, Donnie, and GCOMM Media and Be More News was down here. Actually, the only people from Baltimore down here covering the news in regards to a very important issue, and that's the redistricting issue. You know, you had advocates from the gay marriage community who are soliciting their support for this come session, but I think this is more important than, I know they say that is the new civil rights issue, but I think this is a very important civil rights issue, especially with minorities in the state of Maryland who are the entirety of the growth in the past 10 years, but who are being underrepresented in the map that we see currently coming from the government.
Now, to bring viewers up to speed, every 10 years there's a redistricting process as a result of the U.S. Census that calls for the redrawing of lines based on population shifts, and there has been a 9% increase in minority citizenship in the state of Maryland.
Absolutely, especially from the lower southern counties of Maryland, the Washington suburbs.
So like Charles County has grown.
County, yeah, exactly.
And that's currently represented by Congressman Hoyer.
Steny Hoyer.
And proponents of the map from an African American standpoint would like to see possibly that area be able to get African American representation in the years to come.
Absolutely. You know, Carlotta Fellows and Fannie Lou Hamer PAC, Radamus Cabrera, they've been very strong on this issue. They brought forth their own map, which is being introduced by Senator E.J. Pipkin and Delegate Huff, which I think speaks to the issue that it strengthens Donna Edwards' district in the 4th. It strengthens Elijah Cummings in the 7th, keeps 2 minority districts that we have already, and then really strengthens the possibility of having that 3rd minority representation in the 5th congressional district.
Well, what is the overall sentiment you're getting from the party leaders on the Democratic side?
They're basically lockstep in line with the governor's plan. He even went so forth as to bring somewhat a dog and pony show, to what I call it, to this joint committee, where you had the mayor in support of it, the mayor of the city of Baltimore, Stephanie Rawlins Blake. You had Prince George's County exec, Rashawn Baker, and you had the Montgomery County exec, Ike Leggett, who all three basically solidified the notion that this map will meet constitutional muster in regards to the Voting Rights Act and protect the minorities.
So they don't have a problem with it. It's not their issue to push more African American representation.
Absolutely not. I mean, obviously, I think it was.
Why?
It was just a show.
Especially if you can get it. Why?
This map is strong and it'll withstand in the courts. Because
honestly, you think it'll withstand in the courts?
No, absolutely not. I think that they will have a strong, and when I say they, I mean that the Republican Party, along with the Fannie Lou Hamer PAC, IMPAC, and other people from around the state who are in support of this NAACP's state branch, because Baltimore branch has been silent. A lot of people in Baltimore.
Well, they've been silent on a number of issues. Officer Torbett, the young man that got beat up, broken wrist in the Word Sheen case. We have not heard from them on anything of civil rights significance in 2011, have we?
No, and the sad part is, Donnie, today is we're the only people who will represent Baltimore City outside of the legislators here. Baltimore should be up here.
You and I?
Absolutely. There's nobody up here representing Baltimore. And you know, needless to say, Carlotta Fellows and the Fannie Lou Hamer PAC, they're representing the entirety of Maryland's minorities, but they're really representing Prince George's County. Who have we seen in Baltimore outside of us in the legislators who are really standing up? Delegate Joe Carter has been someone else.
Well, what about the clergy? I mean, they're always asked to bring elected officials to their churches, to stand in their pulpits, and they're endorsing this person and that person. Well, where are the preachers at? Where do they stand on African American representation and increase thereof here in the state legislature, there in the state house there?
Well, they've been absent and silent through. I mean, it's a deafening silence. It's obvious.
But at these debates, at the many forums that are held, you know, I represent my district. I love my district. You know, I'm here on behalf of the people in the district. Where are they?
I guess at their church or in their district. They're damn sure ain't in Annapolis.
Any final thoughts?
I just say I would hasten to say I would ask that those who are responsible, those leaders who call themselves leaders in Baltimore City and Prince George's and minorities around the state, pay attention and concentrate to this effort. Contact their legislators, say we will not accept the status quo that we're being offered by this map that, mind you, was offered up on a Saturday night right before session was supposed to start on Monday. It should have been offered
that was in other words, in street terms, that's a sneak term. That you're sneaking.
And then you're going to ram it down the throats like
a bum rush.
Exactly, that they thought that happened in the Black Caucus meeting on Saturday. So people are very cautioned as to this map. There are a few legislators in Baltimore City who are saying, you know, I'm going to wait to see through these hearings before I just jump out and support anybody's mapping plan.
Thank you. Hassan Giordano, GCOMM Media, Examiner.com. Most read on Examiner.com nationally this column today, correct?
Yes, sir.
What's the name of the column?
Examiner.com. It's the Baltimore Independent Examiner.
And the name of your column that you wrote today? Remember that? It was a long title.
Yeah, it was...
on redistricting, no doubt.
Yeah, it was Tempers Flare in the Black Caucus in terms of the division over... I don't know the exact title.
Okay, but that article is burning up the web. It's getting a lot of clicks today.
That it is.
Keep watching BeMoreNews.com, the news before the news, where we uncover the truth.